Hello, welcome back to GP Nail Art. Jessica here. So, I'm a couple things I want to talk about before I get into my mani that I'm doing today. You can see here that on my thumb I've got no gel polish left, and I started to kind of try to remove it from my index finger. I did use the Nail Addict LA peel base. However, I think I've been having a hard time. I was having a hard time removing it or trying to remove it from this hand, and I think that's more so user error. So I'm just showing you the colors that I'm going to be using today. But in regards to that peel base, I went back and looked at the instructions on the website, and it does say to, like after you cure it, to wipe them, because I guess since it's a gel product, it does kind of have that sticky layer, which is I think why I was having such a hard time removing the gel polish from that hand. It just did not want to like pop off the way that it says, like after you kind of file your free edges, it should be able to just pop off like normal, and it just was not doing that. So I am going to have to file the gel polish off of that hand. I am going to try again, this time under dip powder. As I said in my last video, I wanted to try it under dip powder as well. So I am applying that peel base right now to this hand. I'm going to cure for the, I believe I did at least 30 seconds, and then I'm going to wipe them with the alcohol to remove that sticky layer, so that hopefully when I go in with my dip powder base coat, it's not going to kind of adhere to that peel base. So when I'm ready to remove those nails, they'll pop off easily, I hope. I haven't tried yet. I do still have this mani on. But I mean, as far as the peel base is concerned, usually after 4 or 5 days or so, I start to get lifting around my cuticles when I use the UNT peel base. And I'm not getting any lifting with the Nail Addict LA peel base, so I'll keep you in the loop on that as I get ready to remove the dip powder, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm going in with my Virgo and Gem. I'm not going to show all of the layers of application for this, because I'm just doing my standard dip powder application. So I'm just going to do one layer, the very first layer on my pinky, ring finger, and thumb for this color. And then the other color has those really pretty foils, so I'll go a little bit more or show more of that application, because working with foils is a little bit different, but you've seen me work with them before. So I'm going to just show the one layer, and I'm going to speed this up a bit as well, and then we'll get into the rest of the mani. And actually, before I go anywhere, I just wanted to talk about the dip powders as well. As you can see, I'm back with some of my Mama Makes Her Own dips. She is on Etsy, and I have that information in the description box below for you. And this one was one of the American Horror Story sets. It was for the Roanoke season. I don't remember which season that was. But they're just these beautiful, like earthy green tone. So even though it's American Horror Story, it's just, look at that beautiful, beautiful green. I mean, it's so, so pretty. And then the Roanoke, it's that same green, but it has all of these beautiful, like gold and copper and orangey and red foils in it. So it's such a stunning duo of dip powders, and I'll check on the website as well. I'm not sure. She does a lot of different like sets all throughout like every week she has a different, she calls it Meant to Be Monday set that you can purchase. I know she has a Pirates of the Caribbean themed sets going on right now. So she always has a bunch of new creations on her website, as well as, you know, standard, you know, sets that she, or colors that she has out all the time. But she has some really beautiful colors. So definitely go check out her website, because especially her foil dips, they're just, I've never been disappointed with any of her powders at all, but the foil ones, she makes some beautiful foil dips. So definitely check her out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and place some more of the foil pieces onto each one of these nails. Typically with the foils, I do dip into the powder instead of, usually for like the chunkier glitters, I'll do like a pour over method. With the foils, I do dip in, and typically, even if some of the foil kind of sticks when you kind of brush off the excess powder, those foils will kind of brush off as well. So you're just left with the acrylic powder. On the second layer, some of the foils did stay where they were, and I just kind of pressed them into place so that they kind of stayed there. But I do like to place the foils, and I did pull some of them out that are in my little tray there as well, so I'll kind of pick from those and stick them on where I want them. So I do like to place all of those foil pieces all over the whole nail, so you get a nice a nice full foil kind of look. And they're so pretty with that green. There's a lot of, like I said, kind of orangey, copper, gold, and red kind of colors for the foil pieces. So it's just, I mean, it looks like crunchy fall leaves, like when you're outside raking up your yard in the fall. It just looks like a little pile of leaves. It's just super, super pretty. And I dipped my finger into the powder a little bit, just because the base coat is still kind of sticky. So if you kind of dip your finger into the powder first, you won't get all of that base coat on your fingertip, the pad of the skin of your finger, to kind of press those foils down. So that kind of helps not getting that base coat all over your skin if you dip into the powder before you press them down on your nail. So just a little tip there. So I'm just going to keep on placing until I'm happy with how it looks. And you know, this is certainly personal preference. You can do as much or as little as you want. So it's all in the look that you're going for. But I'm going to go ahead and activate after this. I'm going to file off camera, so I'll be back once I file. I'm not going to do a second activator because I'm going to finish off with gel for today's mani. Alright, so I am capping in clear before I go in with the activator, and I just want, I like to, whenever I am using the dip powder, to cap everything in clear before I activate and go in with any of my filing, because you don't want to file away any of your color or any of those foil pieces. I will say though, it is a little bit easier, I think, to file with the foil pieces. Like I said, I am capping that in clear so that they are going to be protected, but usually around the cuticle line, sometimes I find with the chunky glitters, because glitters are typically silver on the inside, if you file any of that away and kind of cut into the glitter pieces, you're going to see that silver. But that doesn't happen with the foils. So even if you file a little bit of it away, it's just going to file the foil away, and you're not going to see silver where that foil is, if the foil, of course, is a different color. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my scrubby brush to make sure I get all of that residue from the clear powder off before I activate, so that can help if you get any of those like little white flakes after you use your clear dip powder. That can help if you kind of use a stiffier scrubby brush to really get all of that residue off before you activate. I'm going to go ahead and activate all of my nails, and then, like I said, file off camera, and then we'll be back for our gel top coats. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Nail Addict LA. So I have the base, and I picked up the wrong bottle. I had the peel base, but I'm going to be using the base coat and then their matte top coat that I got, that I used also in my last mini. So I've been a little bit obsessed with this matte top coat. And generally, I don't think I've ever really done like shimmer powders or the foils or glitters with a matte finish, but it's a really kind of interesting look. So I'm going to do the base coat first. So using the base coat gives you that sticky layer to make sure that your top coat doesn't peel off at all. Also with the dip powder, if you do have any kind of bumps or anything like that, the base coat will help even that out so that your matte top coat doesn't look bumpy at all. It's going to look nice and smooth. Matte top coat tends to kind of show everything. It doesn't really, for some reason, it's not, whenever I've used the matte coat, top coat in the past, if you have like any kind of bumps, it's just going to be a little bit more noticeable. So that base coat is really going to help even that out as well. So I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. So here is your chance to see what these look like shiny. And while I love how they look shiny, I really, like I said, I'm a little bit obsessed with this matte top and wanted to try it out. And then don't forget also, as I said in my last video, they have upped my discount, so it's now 50% off if you use the code GPNailArt, and that is also going to be in the description box for you below. So I've been loving their gel products. I may have to try and see maybe how they go, maybe using like gel method, using their gel base and top, and doing gel method with the dip powders, and see how that goes as well. Something maybe for the future. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments. So far, like I said, with the peel base, I do cap my free edges and everything, but it seems that this peel base is not really affected or activated by water like the peel base is. So I have not had any lifting, but like I said, I haven't tried to remove these this set yet either. So we'll have to see how that goes, if I'm able to just file the edges and pop them off, or if I still have a little bit of trouble. So I'm still trying to figure out how this peel base kind of works the best for me. So more on that to come. So I'm going to keep trying. So here is the matte finish. I am going to go ahead and use my cuticle oil. I'm using one of the pens that has the little brush there. I find, because typically if you put cuticle oil on the matte finish, it's going to kind of make it look shiny. If that happens, you can remove that shine with some rubbing alcohol, so your mani's not ruined by cuticle oil by any means. But the brush gives you a little bit more control over where you're getting the cuticle oil, and it's not applying a huge amount of cuticle oil either, so it's not going to kind of flood onto your nail at all. So you can see I'm just kind of being a little bit careful with my application of the cuticle oil because I don't want to get it all over that matte finish. So I'm going to go ahead and rub that in. Also be on the lookout for the next A to Z videos as well. I did complete the mani for the letter D, so that will be coming soon. I think I'm gonna schedule that mani for November 9th, and then the next suggestion video will be posted, is scheduled already for November 11th. So I look forward to seeing your suggestions for the letter E as well. So let me know what you think of this mani. Please like and subscribe, and to all of my new subscribers as well, welcome and thank you so much for your support. It's truly appreciated. And comment down below. Let me know what you think. Tell me if you prefer them shiny or matte. I'm really loving the matte, but you know, the glossy was really pretty too. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and until next time, bye for now.